Milling lumber. First, let's review. You need to look at the face of the board and always be able to identify which way the grain direction is going. A crosscut is cutting across the grain or across the straws, while a rip cut is cutting with the grain or with the straws. Step 1. You're always going to begin by cross-cutting your material. This can happen in a number of ways. Rarely do we use a handsaw, but a handsaw is an appropriate way to cross-cut a board. Another way to cross-cut a board is by using a hand skill saw. We have these tools, but rarely do we use them in the wood shop. So let's start talking about tools that we usually use to cross-cut material. First, we have the radial arm saw. Mostly we use this tool to make rough crosscuts. Also, we have the sliding compound miter saw. The miter saw is the tool of choice when cross-cutting pieces to an exact finished length. Step 2. Make flat faces and uniform thickness. The tool of choice for this is the surface planer. Just a couple of reminders. Remember to measure the thickest part of the thickest board. Set the planer to that board's thickness minus 1/2 to 1 full turn. It's okay to run more than one piece of material at a time. The machine's going to take the boards from you and hand it to you on the other side. So make sure your hands are nowhere near the opening of this tool. Now that our boards have flat faces and uniform thickness, step 3, getting a straight 90-degree edge. So now it's time to go to the joiner. Make sure you have your fingers down and thumbs up when running the board across the joiner cutter head. Remember, push that board's flat face against the fence the entire time. Now that you have a flat face and a straight edge, you can go use the table saw. Remember your basic progressions. Begin by setting the height of the blade. The blade should just be high enough to cut one piece into two. Always have the guard in place unless it's unsafe to do so. Set the table saw's rip fence to cut your board as wide as possible. If you're ever cutting less than 6 inches, you must use a push stick, so have it nearby so you can easily grab it. Flat face down and the straight edge against the fence. Your left hand is going to be holding the board against the fence until it is unsafe to do so. Your right hand is going to be doing all the pushing through the cut. When you go to grab the push stick, make sure your left hand stays pushing the board against the fence. Push stick's not resting against the fence, and don't stop pushing until you reach the back of the throat plate.